Hi there, welcome to my channel. I have another Nintendo Switch item for everyone to see today. So this little protective case isn't officially licensed by Nintendo. I got it straight from Amazon and it's by a company called Geekshare. Never heard of them, so I don't know what their quality is, so we're gonna get into that in this video. But this case is mainly because Sugarberry Smash, my significant other, whom I always mention quite often on my channel, loves sea otters, and I decided to surprise her with a new case. Basically all I did was a random keyword search on Amazon and wrote Nintendo Switch Sea Otter case, and this happened to pop up, and it's exactly what I was hoping for within that search. So this isn't a promo for the seller or anything, and if you're interested in this sort of case, just feel free to use those same keywords on Amazon within the search bar, and you should be able to see it. So we have the box opened, and the case itself comes in 5 pieces. There's JoyCon covers that have a front face plate along with the back cover, and then the case for the console itself. So first look, this thing is absolutely adorable. It's Sugarberry Smash's favorite color. She loves that pastel green blue color scheme. She has a lot of those little items amongst her personal possessions, but the sea otters themselves, I swear I've given her a card similar to this for an anniversary or something that probably said something cheesy like "You're my significant otter" or something like that. But looking at the case, you can see that it's very thin and you can hear that it's very thin. And I think this is mainly going to be for aesthetics, and she loves those sea otters as I mentioned, so that's the main selling point for me. But after holding everything, I don't think this is going to protect your Nintendo Switch much. It's purely for aesthetics. It's a really cute design, but I guess it's also the saying that having any protection is better than no protection at all. And both of our Nintendo Switches only have decals on the back of them, so having this little extra safety net for a future drop might be beneficial for us. But I wouldn't bet anything on this case, especially because there's those shock absorbing Otter box type of cases out there. I know there aren't any Otter boxes for Nintendo Switch, but I just see otters all over the screen, so that's the first word that just popped up into my mind. So anyway, here's how you put on the back and front face plates for the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. It's really easy, just snaps into place, and the Joy-Con color does seep through, so please keep that in mind if you're interested in this sort of case. All I have left are these neon green and pink Splatoon Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. I would have loved to use my gray Joy-Con set for this, but unfortunately they're covered in my Mewtwo decals for my own Nintendo Switch, so this set right here, the pink and green one, are my last Joy-Cons to use. And you can actually access the detach button, so if you have it onto your Nintendo Switch, it shouldn't be too hard to press. And I really appreciate how easy it is to put these front face plates on. I've had other cases similar to this, and those things were just a pain. You would have to line it up and kind of wedge it into place, but this one just snaps and everything seems nice and secure, rotating the controller a few times and everything's staying in place and nothing seems to be loose. So let's get the actual Nintendo Switch console case on, and this is just like the Joy-Cons. Everything snaps into place. All you have to do is pull it up just a little bit to fit the Nintendo Switch in there, but here's a whole overview look of the whole thing, rotating all sides. And for those wondering, those otters are printed on there and they are not stickers, so everything you see on the back, the seaweed, the flowers, the leaves, they are all printed on there, so they're not stickers, so you don't have to worry about them scratching off or scraping off. Well, scratching off could be a possibility because it is a case, but at least peeling off. So far so good. And here's what the whole entire unit looks like with every single piece together. Both Joy-Cons with the back covers and the front face plates along with the console case itself. And you can see that there's gaps right there, so nothing's really scraping against each other, and everything seems good when you slide the Joy-Cons on and off of the Nintendo Switch case. And there's the sensor on the bottom. All of the holes are accessible, game cartridge hole, as well as the headphone port, some of the vents, the speakers, the plus and minus volume button, and the power button. One thing I forgot to highlight is that there's a little groove on the bottom of the Joy-Con case on the back of it, and it actually helps with the ergonomics of this whole entire thing. So it makes the Joy-Con a little bit more comfortable to hold. And for those wondering if it fits into a Joy-Con grip, it does not. And I'm sure you all have this question on whether or not this is dockable. So there's actually a funny disclaimer on the seller's page that says read before buy. I'm going to use the broken English and everything. We have tested that this protective case is dockable, which is slightly tight and does not affect the use. But due to the tolerance of the protective case and the dock, some dock may not be used. And unfortunately, my dock may not be used. And that sucks. My assumption is because I have one of the first released Nintendo Switch Switches, and those are known to have tighter docks compared to Nintendo Switches that were released later on in the Switch's life cycle, which is still current. So if you have a newer Nintendo Switch or bought one more recently, y'all might have a wider dock, so that sucks for me. With that said, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If you like this one, please make sure to check out these others. They might interest you in some way, shape, or form. And if you really liked hanging out with me today, please consider subscribing to be the first to know when I upload something new. Other than that, I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye.